today we're drawing bodacious baddies, bricked up babes, and honks. Take a look. Interrupting your scheduled programming is the new hit series, Squash Segment, with your host, Juicy John. Hi, I'm Juicy John, and you're watching Squash Segment. Let's go ahead and plant ourselves in some research today as we compare Squash A to Squash B. Which will be better? I don't know yet. We're gonna find out. So let's take a look at our competitors. But first, let's introduce our host. I'm Juicy John. I have 3 felonies, a chunky butt, and a craving for squash. I'm also a SoundCloud rapper on the weekend. Juicy John here to get my big booty on. Your bunch of shrimp and my legit gully prawn. My ass created a new unit of measurement to represent how much time you wasted to spend on trying for games, but that badonka is absent. Your butt cake, jiggy chicken cake, shake, and Juicy and John. We have squash number A.
Number 8.
As you can see, very bumpy, very textured, very yellow. Beautiful specimen of summer squash. Look at that, I can barely reach my hands around this thing. It could also be like a weapon. Hold them up. Hold them up. And our other competitor for today, a little bit of B. It's got some interesting scuff marks, little too little bumpage, and the size is much smaller. Let's cut them open. The outside of this one was pretty hard to cut, and the inside was surprisingly empty. I was not expecting that. Look at that. No holes. It's all stuffed, tiny seeds. Where am I going? A lot more edible. So this is the difference between squash yield. These are a lot more packed though. A lot of these ones are like empty on the inside. Let's get cooking!
Huh?
Whew, that was close. So today, with Juicy John, we're gonna be cooking them pretty traditionally with some basic seasonings such as salt, garlic, and peppercorns, salt. And then, oh, it's not cinematic, but that's alright.
Whoa.
Woo, 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 woo. Look at the color on those. These look beautiful. next we're gonna go ahead and have a bite of squash number A. Intern. Time. Tastes like squash. Now I'm going to take a bite out of squash B. Intern. It's pretty good, right?
Look at them.
I think squash B, despite having less bumps, which I think would often make it less tasty, it cooked nicer and there were no holes in the middle and it had just a better flavor, a lot more buttery. Squash number A just tasted like a squash. The squash number B tasted like a homegrown squash. Squash B, clearly the winner. And squash A is no gourd. You want another bite?
Sure, I think it should be good with that seasoning you really like. What do you really like?
I also drew a squash because it felt right. Thanks for coming along on this journey. My name's Juicy John, and this was your time with Squash segment. A segment for your squash with your host, Juicy John. Was that good?
Your ass was